Yeah. Okay, let's try it again. Without me. Let's try it again. Go back. And try not to look like zombies when you're walking. Yeah. Don't watch her.
It looked like a complicated thing you were teaching them.
Yeah, I try to give them challenging things to stimulate their minds, and it's the same thing my teachers used to give us all the time. Used to give us combinations. Then a week later, he'd ask for the same combination. So, and I thought that was good because it sharpens the mind. So, and I try to get this in my class also.
Mm-hmm. And at this point in camp, you're almost halfway through. Are they sort of where you want them to be, or are they going to have to scoot along to get to the final performance?
A lot of them are. A lot of them, you can see a lot of potential in a lot of them, and trying to bring that out of them is challenging. And some of them are just naturally gifted, so they just shine anyway. And we're just trying to bring out the best. So,
what's the hardest thing you find you've taught for 7 or 8 years now at AileyCamp? What's the hardest thing about teaching ballet to middle schoolers?
To get them to appreciate it. I think that's the hardest. People have this false indication or false sense of ballet, what ballet is. They think it's boring and not interesting because ballet requires a great deal of discipline, and a lot of people don't want that. They want to move freely. They don't want to hold their body erect, and so it's hard. I think that's the hardest.
But they were clearly having fun.
Yes. I try to make my class fun, too, also. So even though it's hard and there's a lot of discipline and it's strict, I try to make it fun for them. I try to relate things that they're familiar with the movements. Like pas de bourrée, I tell them it's a grapevine. Think of a grapevine. Or if I give them something that requires a battement, I try to relate something to what they know, like soccer. So if you battement your leg, think about you kicking a soccer ball.
Can you show me one of those?
Like if I tell them to do a dégagé or a battement, I tell them to think that they're kicking a soccer ball. For that way they relate, have something to relate to.